You like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all of our YouTube videos, and that notification bell by the subscribe button as well. Like, donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. You can do so by hitting that notification bell and subscribe button. On the Cash App, you see where it says $BJ Matthews. Again, $BJ Matthews. And our super chats and super comments are available. If you look into the chat section right on the bottom right-hand corner, hit that right button with the little message sign on. You can donate that way. Let's get it popping. All right, first thing is first, happy holidays to everybody out there, man. Hope y'all stay with y'all families. Have a good, happy day today. And also happy holidays for the future, for Christmas and things of that nature. Y'all stay safe. I'm actually driving to my sister's house right now, get some good food. But I got about an hour, got some time to, chat up with y'all, man. For the people that's in here, hit that like button, get it out there. We are at the first break of the NBA season, Thanksgiving break. Most of the teams has played 15 games at least. It seems like the games are coming very, very fast and very rapidly, one after another. A lot of back-to-backs, a lot of one days off, not too much practice in between, which is good for us. But at the same time, it's like you do need to have rest for those players. So I hope they do find rest on their holidays with their families and stuff. But nonetheless, I wanted to kind of discuss a subject that I don't think is really being had out here. And, for good reason, because most of the times people only care about really just one thing, and that's winning. And most people don't take the time out to really, evaluate the NBA, don't take the time out to really, look at all the teams, all the players. A lot of people are not like, obsessed with the NBA, like me and other people on the podcast and YouTube business who are NBA podcasters, right? Former players, you know what I'm saying? Stat geeks, things of that nature they're not really into basketball the way, those groups of people are, right? So it's easy to get caught up into what somebody says on a television screen, on ESPN, on Fox, on Undisputed, on First Take, on First Thing is First, on Speak for Yourself, on all these little sports shows that's on TV. People get caught up in, the what they say instead of actually looking into researching their own thing. So where am I going with this? Well, there was a game between the Sacramento Kings and the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday night. And of course, this was the big matchup right here, DEAARON FOX against Ja Morant. Now, right now, the Kings are actually the top 5 seed in the Western Conference, and the Memphis Grizzlies surprisingly are not in the playoff picture. I think they're number 9 in the Western Conference. The Kings end up winning the game in Memphis, I think, a 111 to 108. Don't quote me on that score, but I know the Kings won very, very close. Malik Monk hit 2 free throws towards the end of the game, and Ja Morant missed 1 out of 3 free throws, which cost him the game. Shout out to my man, Young Africa. What's good? What's good, brother? What's good? Hit that like button, bro. But yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, for a lot of people, the Memphis Grizzlies have been a team that's been looked at as having, promise from last year. Because what do we see? People say that the Grizzlies would have beat the Warriors had they had Ja Morant, right? So a lot of people came into this season trying to feed off of that and say, well, this year's going to be, Grizzlies, going to go farther, going to get better, right? Okay, well, what happened this summer for the Grizzlies? They lost Kyle Anderson to Minnesota, and they lost Anthony Milton to Philadelphia, right? Those are 2 role players that they have. But that didn't stop most of the Masters were still picking the Grizzlies. That didn't stop them saying that this is going to be a young team for years to come. Guys like Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, those guys are going to be there for years to come. They're in their to implement a system for Ja Morant to be successful, right? What's good? Fox is an all-star this season. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I'm sorry. I got a call. My bad. Like I said, that didn't stop the Grizzlies from coming in this season with all the hype from last year, saying that they were going to be able to get to they went to the conference finals if they didn't have Ja Morant being hurt. So everybody was right on the Grizzlies last season going into this year. They have a deep team. They went 20-5 without Ja Morant, right? You had, okay, good. You have Desmond Bain, you have Dylan Brooks, you have Jaren Jackson, all coming back this season. Then you got, a great coach as they implement a system. You have a Tyus Jones, okay? You have some good pieces on that team. You still have Zion Williams, who hasn't played yet. You got some, Steven Adams in the post. You got some good depth on that team. But you lost Kyle Anderson, you lost Anthony Melton. Those are the only two people that you lost. So I had a discussion on my Facebook about this. I said, DEAARON Fox kind of seems like the kryptonite to Ja Morant. I think DEAARON Fox is the kryptonite to Ja Morant. People may say, what does that mean? Well, in basketball, y'all hit that like button. In basketball, there's always that one guy that gives you trouble to every time you match up with him. There's always that one guy. You look at him like, man, I got to deal with this dude. Every great player will tell you that. Any player will tell you that. You look at a guy like Jordan. Jordan, when he was playing, I remember him saying that he felt like the best defensive player on the Bulls was not him. It was Ron Harper. In practice, he felt that, in practice, that Ron Harper was the best defensive player he ever played against. Kobe Bryant said that Carmelo Anthony was the hardest person he ever had to guard. When you had a prime LeBron James, you had a Kevin Durant, you had Dwayne Wade, you had all these great players, but he said Carmelo Anthony was the toughest person he ever had to guard, right? You look at LeBron James, I think his kryptonite is not Kevin Durant. I don't think it's Steph Curry. I think it's Kawhi Leonard. Because if you look at their whole career, Kawhi has a better head-to-head record than LeBron. And then when I watch the games, I noticed that LeBron can't bully Kawhi Leonard like he does other players. He can't out-muscle Kawhi Leonard one-on-one. Kawhi can guard LeBron and make it very, very difficult. You can't stop him, but you make it difficult for him, right? And then when I look at this matchup between DEAARON Fox and Ja Morant, I'm saying, okay, well, if you look at their two games, first of all, let's go to their head-to-head matchups. Let me put this up real quick so y'all can see. DEAARON Fox, they both have four wins head-to-head in their entire careers, right? But look at the numbers. If I move this out the way, look at the numbers that DEAARON Fox is averaging compared to Ja Morant in head-to-head matchups. Fox beats him out in points, assists, or points, rebounds, and steals. And he beats him out in blocks as well. So that alone tells you what it's been in head-to-head matchups. Now, to be fair, Fox did come in. Y'all can see Fox came in 2 years prior to Ja Morant. But I noticed something the other night, that Ja Morant likes to talk a lot. He likes to talk to everybody. I've seen him talk to Steph. He talked to Jason Tatum. He talked to Malik Monk the other night. He talked to Trae Young. He's talked to every team that you can name. He's constantly, getting it all over the court. He's talking trash. That's how he gets off. That's how Ja gets off. That's how we know. But I've noticed when he plays DEAARON Fox, he don't have that same energy for Fox. He don't be trying to go at Fox like, he does other players as far as verbally. And you can say, well, maybe he doesn't have a reason to go at him. Maybe Fox and he don't have a reason to go at Fox. Well, you can say that, but then I look at their games, I'm like, and see, killers, no killers. Let me put it like that. And I think if Ja talks to Fox, I think Fox will be that type of guy to go right at Ja's neck. If we look, like I said, look at the head-to-head matchup. Look at the stats they had against each other. Fox beats him out in every category. right? He beats them out in every category. He said, and Ja got a way better team. Yeah, I don't understand. Somebody told me the Kings were better than the Grizzlies. And I'm like, how is that possible when nobody was talking about the Grizzlies or the Kings all this season? I even said at the beginning of the year, the Kings, oh, here they go again. They're going to be sorry. They do got an okay team. They got Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Davion Mitchell. But they're okay. They're not, like, great. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not great players. They're okay, solid pieces. Keegan Murray can be a good, very all-star player. They got DeMontis Sabonis as well, but they don't have no real stars on that team. For years, that's why the Kings have been trash, is because their ownership and their management is trash. They haven't built the right team around DEAARON Fox. And I know this for a fact because the Kings, with Vlade Divac, they could not turn that team around. Right? So their management is trash. But back to the point. When you play somebody who you know is a killer deep down, and you know Ja is somebody who goes at people. He knows when he talks to a guy like DEAARON Fox, what's going to happen. Because we know DEAARON Fox's mindset. When in college, when Lonzo Ball was getting all that publicity, I don't know if y'all remember this. When Lonzo Ball was getting all that exposure going into the NBA, and he got the second draft pick, they had a game between UCLA and Kentucky. Lonzo was on UCLA and DEAARON Fox on Kentucky, and DEAARON Fox just destroyed Lonzo Ball. I think he had 30 points and Lonzo had like 10. And then when you watch the film, you can just see DEAARON Fox, the aggressiveness that he had, and you can see the standoffish type of demeanor Lonzo Ball had. Y'all keep hitting that like button, get the people in here. But we know how DEAARON Fox is built. He's always been an underdog, but he's always rose to those occasions. He loves those matchups. And when I think he looks at a guy like Ja Morant, who's been getting all this publicity, it's like, yo, I'm just as good as this dude. Why is he getting all this publicity? Oh, that's right, because his team has actually had one good season. I told y'all last year, Ja Morant, yes, he's a rising star, but they putting too much clout on this dude. And I'm starting to think his mouth is getting him where he's getting instead of much more than his game. His game is just, yeah, he's averaging good numbers, but it says something to me when your team goes 20-5 without you. It says something. That's a big sample size. That's more than a quarter of the season. So that tells me he has a lot of help around him. He has a system that works for him, and he also has a coach that's very, very good for him. DEAARON Fox ain't had that since till this year with Mike Brown. And I'm noticing with the Kings, the reason the Kings are good because of his elevated play, not because he has all these pieces around him. I don't think if DEAARON Fox doesn't play for 25 games, the Kings don't go no 20-5. So that's the difference. So why would I say that Ja Morant's better than DEAARON Fox? Let me look at this comment. He said John's nice to watch. He is. He's very nice to watch. But let me ask you a question. DEAARON Fox to me can do more than Ja. DEAARON Fox is he's better with the ball. He's fastest doing the league with the ball in his hands. I think we can all agree with that. He's a better shooter than Ja Morant as far as, mid-range and three-point shooting. Now, people may say, well, John's shooting 40% from the three. Okay, well, how many threes is he shooting in a game? I just don't look at numbers. I look at, eye test. I look at, okay, well, how many threes is he getting up? If he's only getting up 2 threes or 3 threes a game, I mean, yeah, you're probably not going to have, really a low percentage. All you got to do is make 1 or 2 shots. Vice versa, a guy who shoots 5 or 6 threes a game, he might have a smaller room for error. DEAARON Fox is a better defender than Ja. DEAARON Fox, to me, is more composed than Ja. Athletically, they're both pretty much on the same tier, except Ja's is a hair more athletic, which ain't really saying much. They can both get the job done, if y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and put the link so y'all can come in here and cook with me, but DEAARON really can do all that Ja can do and a little bit more because he can play better defense. And I just think he's not as, all the jumping and the antics that Ja does, man, it's like, I think it gets him, his mouth caught up. I thought he kind of learned last year in the playoffs, not to talk too much. But I guess that's just who he is. He's not going to stop that because, for you to say to the Warriors, a championship team, dynasty, you would think you have a little bit more respect for a team like that. Asking, saying we're going to have you for Christmas. We want you back on our court and all this stuff. Like, bro, you weren't the champions. That's the Warriors. They deserve to put those terms, not you. Right? And then I saw him against the Kings the other night. He come telling Malik Monk don't miss. And then he turns around and misses his free throws. So it's like, dude, like, that's how you become a meme. That's how you become a meme. But I gotta give De'Aaron credit. I mean, Ja credit, because he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. Fox has to get the playoffs to change. And yeah, and that's the one thing, he has to win. He has to win. This year's a great opportunity for Fox. You're off to a good start. If they get to the playoffs and let's say they get to a top 4 seed, they play a team like, I don't know, Minnesota, or a team like even Memphis. I think they can beat Memphis in a 7-game series. I think they can. I would love to see that matchup between Fox and Ja. I would love to see that because I think Sacramento has, their big guy now in Domantas Sabonis, and they got Keegan Murray, and they got some, they got some experience on that team now. Malik Monk, young good core guy with DEAARON FOX. So it's up in the air, man. But I just don't see what makes Ja Morant over DEAARON FOX other than he went to the playoffs last season and DEAARON FOX did it. And like I just said, the Kings have not put the right ownership. They have not put the right team around Fox for years, for the last 4 seasons. But I look at their games; they're pretty much the same, except De'Aaron's he's more polished. And I mean, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all come and tell me. Y'all come into the chat and let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think DEAARON FOX is a better player than Ja Morant? Yeah. Oh, I hope y'all having a happy holidays with y'all family. I don't see how you can say that Ja's more exciting to watch, Joanne. I don't know how you can say that. And that's another thing. People pay attention to the highlights too much instead of the actual games. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just headed to my sister's house.
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing the Drive Up podcast lately.
Yeah, man. It's no thing. What's your take? What's your take?
I mean, DEAARON FOX might be better, but he has to get his team to the playoff. It's with the playoff, you create your reputation. And Ja Morant has ESPN highlights with him. I mean, YouTube highlights with him. That's why he's popular. People like to see the dunks, still like to see the dunks, the 3-pointers, and I don't remember a lot of DEAARON FOX highlights because nobody sees the Kings on TV. So, of course, Ja Morant is gonna be more popular, and Ja Morant had college.
You say what?
Ja Morant has been getting the highlights treatment since college.
Yeah, it's an exposure thing, man, and that's why I think he's getting all this pub. But I watched De'Aaron Fox since Kentucky, man. Like, he has just as much highlights as Ja as far as athletically and just with him with the ball in his hands. So, if you asking me who's more exciting to watch, it's pretty close. It's just like you said, though, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Go watch De'Aaron Fox's highlights and tell me if he's not exciting to watch.
Nah, he's not. I'm sorry. Sorry, he's not.
What?
No.
Wow.
I mean, if I want to see a track star, I'll just go watch track athletes. I mean, he can run. That's basically it.
Bro, he can run and jump. Dude has a 40-plus inch vertical.
He doesn't jump a lot. So.
All right. Let me go to Young Africa. What's good, bro?
What up, my guy BJ, man? Pull Up Podcast, man. It's all love.
What's good, brother?
Man,
how you doing?
I'm all good, man. You know, I 100% agree with you, man. This guy, Ja Morant, he gets a lot of hype for the highlight reels. He gets a lot of hype for the smack talk, you know, for the celebrations. You know, he turns up when he wins, you know. And I didn't watch that game with Sacramento versus Memphis, but I feel like this is the first season where you can clear cut say that DeAaron Fox is better than Ja Morant. He's improved a lot. He improved his 3-point shot. He's improved his efficiency from the free throw line. And he's just all-around game as a floor general and as a guy who leads his team has gotten better, you know, and that's with Tyrese Halliburton getting traded. And so he's got more ball handling duties, and so he's looking better, man, and it's leading to wins. You know, that's the first time in his career. So I feel like this is the first time where you can say that in their young careers, and it's something that should be discussed. I feel like Fox is an all-star this season. I don't know what Bruce is talking about he ain't exciting. I feel like he's a very exciting player, to be honest. You know what I mean? And so he has highlight reel dunks, he has posters, he has, you know, he has athleticism, and, you know, he might not be flashy like Ja in terms of all the hype. He's not a rah-rah loud player. You know, he just gets his business done quietly, but that should be respected too. And so I feel like this is the first season where you can clear cut say that De'Aaron Fox is a better player. And with the team that he has, it's clear cut that Memphis is a better team. Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, those two guys alone are better than any teammate De'Aaron Fox has had. And we're talking about Sabonis probably being his best teammate, and that ain't a huge thing to say, you know what I mean? And so it's going to be interesting to see how their careers go. But I'd like to ask you, BJ, well, what do you think the ceiling is for a guy like De'Aaron Fox? How good can he be in the league, and what can he do?
Bro, Fox. So I was in Houston, and, you know, Fox is from Houston, and this guy was playing varsity ball against 17-year-olds in the 8th grade. So he's been special. It's just like I Really Hoop just said, the Kings haven't been good, but now you put a good team around him, bro. He's clearly an all-star. He can do just what Ja can do, if not more. It's just like you said, though. Ja has had all the hype. Ja has had all the, you know, pub after one season. Look at the numbers. Look at the head-to-head matchups they've had. De'Aaron beats them in every category except assist. Even if you want to say because De'Aaron got 2 years on him, well, even recently, like the matchups they've been having, De'Aaron's been having just as good as stats as Ja. And like I said, he don't do all that rah-rah with De'Aaron. He does it to Steph. He does it to Trey. He does it to Tatum. He's done it to, I think he's done it to DeJounte Murray. But he don't do that to De'Aaron Fox. And I'm starting to see why, because he's the same player as him. It's just he's more polished. He tries to do that to De'Aaron. De'Aaron's going to go right back at his neck. And he's one of those type of players that can embarrass you. It's not like, okay, you talk to Steph, he might, you know, hit threes, but De'Aaron Fox will embarrass you. So, I think the ceiling, he can go as far as he wants to go, man. Like, I think he can be a perennial all-star in this league. What's up, Mingo Jester?
What up, though?
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Not too much over here, just chilling on this old fine Thanksgiving. Hey, man, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy holidays, big dog.
But nah, man, I don't think DEAARON Fox is better than Ja Morant. That's kind of a stretch. I mean, don't get me wrong. DEAARON Fox is playing good. He's playing well, very well. But to say he's better than Ja Morant, I might have to think about that for a while. I don't know about that one. I mean, you could say that Ja Morant got the better team, which he does. He do have the better team. But I think if you put Ja Morant on any team, he gonna do what he do, regardless of the fact. So with that being said, nah, I don't think he's better than Ja Morant. He's a good player now. I will put DEAARON Fox on the level of a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think him and Shai Gilgeous may be on the same level. DEAARON Fox, Ja Morant is up there with a Luka, Trae Young. He up there with those guys. He on that level. Those are two different levels. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question. So what puts Ja on the level of Luka and Trae Young?
Because Ja, have you not been watching basketball or?
No, I'm asking you a question. So, what has Ja done to be on the level of Luka and Trae Young?
What has Luka done to be on? I mean, neither one of them haven't did really nothing.
No, that's not true.
What have neither one of them did?
Luka, okay, I'm gonna tell you what Luka's done. First of all, Luka had playoff success, taking his team to the conference finals in the West. I seen Luka his first two seasons.
Lost to the same. But if I remember correctly, But wait a minute, wait. But if I remember correctly, Luka lost to the same team that Ja Morant lost to.
But time out though.
Which is the Golden State Warriors.
Hold on, time out. Luka took his team to the conference finals with less help.
It doesn't matter. He lost to the same team that Ja Morant lost to.
No.
Come on, bro.
I asked you a question, bro. I asked you a question. What series has Ja Morant been the best player in his playoffs?
What you mean? He got hurt. He got hurt.
No. I'm asking you a question. You can't keep going back with another question. I asked you, what series has Ja Morant been the best player?
I said he got hurt. How is that a question?
No, I asked you a question. What series in his career has Ja Morant been the best player in the series?
And I keep telling you, Ja Morant get hurt. That's his only downfall, in my opinion. He injured.
Let me tell you. Well, okay, let me ask you this. Okay, let me tell you what it is. He wasn't the best player in Minnesota. He wasn't the best player in Minnesota series. That was Desmond Bane. He was not the best player in the Utah series. That was Donovan Mitchell. And against the Golden State Warriors, he got hurt. He was in the Clippers series and gave him 30, and that's my team. I can take Luka Doncic against the Phoenix Suns. He was the best player. Ja Morant is not on Luka Doncic's level. If y'all remember the first game of the season, one of the first games of the season, Luka Doncic destroyed Ja Morant. Am I lying?
Nah, I don't believe that. Ja Morant is a hell of a player. He do the same thing literally. I mean, he don't do the whole thing. He don't, bro. From every now and again, but he's not on the same level.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's not on Luka's level, bro. Luka Doncic is on the same level. He hasn't done what Luka Doncic has done, bro.
What has Luka done? Luka ain't done nothing. What has Luka did?
Took his team to the conference finals.
He lost to the same team that Ja Morant lost to.
Bro, he took his team to the conference finals.
And who did he lose to? And who did he lose to?
Time out.
Who did he lose to?
Time out. Like my man, I really who just said, Ja Morant, but not on Luka's level. Ja's good.
Nah, that's cap.
I'm telling you.
Because you keep saying he took his team to the conference finals. That's irrelevant because they both lost to the same team.
Hey, let me say something real quick. Let me say something.
That's irrelevant. They both lost to the same team.
Let me say this.
Oh no, go ahead.
Ja is not there yet on Luka's level. Like when you talking about Luka is on a different level. Like Luka can
different level, bro.
He plays against. Now, if If you want to say
I
Ja's on
disagree.
Trae Young's level, yeah, you could say
Nah,
that.
he's better than Trae
He's
Young.
not.
Better than
To
Trae
me,
Young.
I feel that way too, but he's not on Luka's level. And to me,
To me,
Ja
that's what
is
he
better
is.
than Ja is better than DEAARON FOX, and I like DEAARON FOX. He's one of my favorite point guards, but you got to give it to Ja. Ja every year increases his level of play. Every year increases his field goal percentage. Every year he's getting better as a player. So when I look at that and the team he came to, yes, it's better. But every year that he done came into that team, he done made them better. They was a second seed last year. The year before that, they went from the play-in to the playoffs, a lock-in. And that's all because of one dude. One dude changed their whole trajectory of their team, and that's what they needed. I mean, if you look at it, Ja, his first playoff series was averaging 30 on a number one defensive team. His first year, 30. After that, yeah, you can say Desmond Bain was better next year than Timberwolves. The next series, he was averaging 40 against the Warriors before he got injured. 40. You're not hearing me? 40 points per game against the Warriors. So when I look at that, he's a playoff performer when you need him to, and he's always encouraging his team and making his team better. I don't think that's what he get credit for. Like, if you really think about it, when he came onto that team, he brought a different vibe. That vibe has always been old school grit and grind Memphis. No, it's all fun and laughs. Like, he brought that to that atmosphere to Memphis to elevate their play. I'm pretty sure if Ja was on there, we wouldn't have heard Desmond Bain. The reason why we hear Jaren Jackson because he was a top 3 overall pick. Nobody knew who Desmond Bain was until Ja got on there and started implementing him into playing better. I mean, Desmond Bain even said it. And every year, Ja, he must watch TV. You can say the dunks, but he's really putting his team up there to where they're getting that respect that they deserve, that they've been wanting for a minute. So to me, I put Ja over De'Aaron, and I put him in the same level as Trae, but same level as Luka. I ain't going that far now. Luka up
Who's
there
the better
with
defender?
Giannis
Who's the
and
better defender?
Nah,
De'Aaron Fox.
Luka not on the level with Giannis.
Time out.
Luka's
So
not on the
okay,
level with Giannis.
that was some good. First of all, he is. But
He's not. He's not.
No,
He's not on the level with Giannis. Not.
Hold on.
Capital N.
Let me jump in. First of all, that was a good point that you made, bro. Ja and Trae on the same level.
No, they're not. He's better than Trae Young.
Bro, time out. Trae again. And we just forgot what Trae Young did 2 seasons ago. With no help at the level of Ja Morant. That Atlanta Hawks team just got their second best player in DeJounte Murray. This dude Trae Young beat a number 1 Philadelphia team. And he goes against.
Come on, bro.
So
but you gotta look at it like this.
Dave, hold on. Time out. Just that series alone is better than what Ja has done anything in any playoff series.
Philadelphia haven't made it past the second round yet.
Time out. They were the number 1 seed in the East.
So what? So was Utah.
That matters.
So was the Phoenix Suns. What does that matter?
Bro, that Philadelphia team is better. What he did in that series is better than what Ja done in any series in the playoffs. How you gonna say Ja's better than Trae Young? You can disagree, but you can't take that away. You can't take that. You can't take that away from Trae Young, bro. And I think people forgot about Trae Young.
And Luka Doncic is not on the level with Giannis.
Everybody hasn't forgotten. It's just like it was a moment. It was like you got lucky moment that you made it. Because be honest, nobody thought Atlanta was going to the ECF. You played the Knicks the first round. Then you played Philly. Philly had their flaws, so it was like kind of up and down, but you expected Philly to win. The Hawks winning and making it to the ECF
and then
was a surprise to everybody. And then when he did play against Philly, he played bad. Like his numbers were bad. His
time out. Time out.
Check
this out though. You can say Ja's better in this sense, but I'm gonna tell you why I'll pick Trae. Ja, you can't deny this fact, bro. If you go 20-5 without your best player, that tells me what you have. Bro, time out doesn't matter. You have 25 games. That's a big sample size.
No, but it doesn't matter.
No, bro, stop. Just chill out for a minute.
I bet they won't survive without Ja in the playoffs.
It's not about that. So you're trying to change
it. It is. That's what you make your money at. That's what you make your name at in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute you, bro. Hey, listen. I'm not saying that Trey is just somebody that is not. Ja's not better than Trey. I'll pick either or. You can pick either or. But Trey, to me, has done more with less. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Can we say that Trey's done more with less than Ja?
Yeah, but you got to take it into, you did play the Knicks, and then you played a Philly
No.
team that did have its flaws.
But
And then when he did play Philly, he played bad.
But I'm saying Trey has. What's my point? I think we're getting too caught up in the recency bias. We have got to remember what Trey Young has done. He's done. You just admitted he's done more with less help.
Yeah.
So Ja. So it's like for somebody to say Ja's like Mingo Justice said Ja's better than Trey, you're going off of your recency bias. And I just said with De'Aaron Fox, the only reason people don't put Fox over Ja Morant is because of the playoff. He has not taken to the playoffs. I agree. But if you look at these head-to-head matchups right here, De'Aaron Fox outplays him every time. Am I lying? Look at the screen right there where you see De'Aaron Fox against Ja Morant.
Let me ask you this.
He outplays him every game, every time. Go ahead, bro.
Let me ask you this. In a 7-game series, who you taking, Ja or De'Aaron? In the playoffs. If they met in the playoffs, who you taking?
Bro, that's a toss-up. I just said it. De'Aaron Fox can do – okay, let me break down the games. De'Aaron Fox is a better shooter than Ja. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he got a LeBron. He got his jumper better this year.
Is he faster the ball than Ja?
Say it again.
Is he faster? Is he better? To me, is he a better point guard than Ja? As far as facilitating, as far as getting his teammates involved.
Oh no, I got to get at the Ja.
Okay, I'll give you that. Is he a better defender than Ja?
No, De'Aaron got quick hands, and he got a favorite at the Mike Brown too. He got a favorite at the Mike Brown. This is the best defensive season he has had in his career, so we got to give him that.
Right. So I already got a guy who's a better shooter, who's a better defender, who's just as athletic as Ja on the same tier, who's faster in the league with the ball in his hands than Ja. He's essentially the same dude with a more polished game.
I wouldn't go that far because the reason why I asked you that because knock out the playoffs aside, they ain't never been to the playoffs. Let's just say like Ja has never touched the playoffs before. De'Aaron has touched the playoffs. Between them two, who are you taking?
Bro, right now I could take De'Aaron this year really because I'm looking at what De'Aaron is doing because we all just said it. The Grizzlies are a better team. So why are they have a worse record than the Kings? The Kings are 10-7 right now. I think the Grizzlies, I don't know, they're out the playoff picture right now.
No, they can't be.
And they're in the number 9 seed right now. See, this is the difference between a player who makes his teammates better. And this is what Charles Barkley said. He said the next step for Ja Morant is to make his teammates better.
And he does. And for Charles to say that, it's crazy. Do he not see the numbers that Bane is putting up? Do he not see the increase that Dylan Brooks put in when Ja plays? Like, their game increases when Ja plays. Yes, they went 20-5, but are you taking that 20-5 team without Ja in the playoffs or 20-5?
Bro, I'm not saying the playoffs though. I'm not saying in the playoffs. What I'm saying is there's no player you can pick. If you can, people want to ignore that. Oh well, he's 20-5. Oh, that's not a big deal. You can't ignore 20-5. You have to take a step back and be like, wait a minute. What does he have around him, and what type of coach does he have, and what type of system he has? The fact is that coach, Jenkins, for Memphis, has implemented a system where he's allowed Ja Morant to just not have to play defense and just focus strictly on offense. While De'Aaron, he's never had that type of coaching or that type of team. He's never had that in Sacramento. And I get it. he has to take his team to the playoffs. But for somebody just to sit up there and say, well, I'm taking Ja for De'Aaron Fox, bro, that's a dangerous thing to say. And I'm telling you, if they come in the playoffs, Sacramento and Memphis, De'Aaron Fox is going to go straight for Ja Morant's head. I'm telling you.
I think Ja gonna have a field day. I think Ja is gonna go crazy against the Kings.
Why he had a field?
Disrespectful. I think he
had a field. Why he had a field day since his whole career? Why has he had a field day on him in his whole career?
Dude, I feel you on the regular season, but the playoffs and the atmosphere is way different than the regular season. The pressure gets to you. If you've never been in a playoff game before, you don't know how to react.
Bro, I've seen De'Aaron Fox for two straight years. Bro, I'm telling you how De'Aaron Fox is built. I seen this dude go at Lonzo Ball when he was getting all the publicity and exposure in college. He went straight at Lonzo Ball's neck, gave him 30, and Lonzo Ball had 10 points. This is the second pick in the draft. I'm not worried about De'Aaron Fox's mental state when it comes to the playoffs. That dude's gonna get a rise.
You talking about a playoff? You talking about something that happened 5-6 years ago?
Bro,
we talking about now. We haven't seen De'Aaron in the playoffs yet. I know how De'Aaron Fox is built. Bro, I know how De'Aaron Fox is built. You just know when you play ball, you hoop. You know how certain people are built. I'm not worried about him being nervous or being. Bro, I'm telling you, he's already talking about leading the Kings to the playoffs. He's been talking about this. So it's not like, oh, well, he gets there, he's going to be like, oh, he's going to freeze up. Bro, he's going to get a ride. I'm telling you what's going to happen if he faces each other. He's not going to keep frozen up. It's a difference between saying you want to get there and getting there. Getting there is a whole different thing because you're playing seven games against the same team that knows what you like and knows your scheme. So when you're playing that same team over and over again, that goes the same thing for Ja. When they're playing,
hey, time out. You see this comment right here? Now I'm not saying that they're better without Ja. I'm not saying that, but he has a good ass team around him, man, and a good ass coach. De'Aaron Fox has never had that. Now you get him some help. You get him at least some decent help and a decent coach. You see what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I gotta see what you're doing. For me to believe, I like De'Aaron Fox. I like him as a point guard. I like playing with him on 2K because he's fast and he can do all that. He's the player I like. I like him. I've been like him since he came out of Kentucky. But until we see him in the playoffs, that's what I'm saying. You can say you want to get into the playoffs, and it's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different game because you're playing the same team over and over, day after day. It don't matter. They're gonna pick up on the certain things you like to do, and that's the thing with De'Aaron Fox. How is he going to handle that when teams start to switch up their play style on him? How is he going to be able to handle that? How's his teammates going to be able to handle that? Because their offense is predicated on De'Aaron Fox with the ball in his hand. So what I'm saying is for their offense to be productive, because he is the fastest guy on their team, and they do lead the league in fast break points, I believe. They're the number one offense, and that's predicated around him and Sabonis. So if you don't get started, who's that next person in line to get them started? Who's your next ball handler? Kevin Huerter?
Yeah.
He's
Malik
a catch
Monk.
and shoot, so I'm not really
Malik
looking
Monk.
for him to ball handle.
Malik Monk is balling. You don't like Malik Monk?
Malik Monk, he's a catch and shoot.
No,
He's
come on, man.
He's a
He can
slasher
create
to the
his
rim.
own shot.
Like
he can create his own shot.
When I'm looking at stuff like that, we haven't seen him in the playoffs either. Like that's the thing. Where Kings are a damn good team this year, and I hope they don't fall off. But I gotta see De'Aaron Fox on that high level to see how he's gonna produce. Are those numbers gonna be the same?
Hey, they got a championship guy
field goal percentage
in Harrison Barnes that can teach him the way and make him understand what's ready to get him ready for the playoffs. But the thing is, the way y'all talking, y'all making it sound like the issue I got. It's close, but y'all making it sound like it ain't close. And this man right now. He's having a great season. He's shooting 54% from the field. Hey, De'Aaron Fox is shooting 54% from the field, 39% from three, and he's improved his free throw percentage majorly from 75 last season to 81. And he was shooting 29% from three last season. It's at 39. That's a 10% jump
in a season. That's amazing. And he's staying consistent with that and being effective, which means he's taking high quality shots, not jacking up shots like Ja Morant can get into. There's points in time where Ja Morant individually can take over games, but he hurts his team when they go 20-2 or whatever they went last season. It showed that his teammates are actually not underutilized when he's in the game, because he doesn't need to go off for 40 in the playoffs. He needs to just play his 25 points, 10 assists, 15 assists, and their team would actually be better, giving Desmond Bane more shots, giving Jaren Jackson more shots. And so that's the only issue with Ja Morant. The talent level is right there. And I think my guy BJ, he's just predicting that in the future we're gonna see De'Aaron Fox be that guy that y'all think Ja Morant is. De'Aaron Fox is gonna be that guy too. And I agree, man. I agree. I like his game a lot.
See, this what I'm talking about, man. This comment right here.
They're making it sound like it ain't close. Come on, BJ.
That's why I'm saying these dudes don't. Some of them don't watch enough ball. Like, you should say he's a poor man's Ja Morant, bro. Again, Ja Morant's got a lot of publicity because of his mouth. That's what it is. He talks a lot, but I notice he don't talk to De'Aaron Fox. He talks all day to Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Malik Monk, Trae Young. He don't talk to De'Aaron Fox like that. Why do you guys think that is?
That has nothing to do with that. I'm telling you. I like both of them. They are both one of my favorite guards.
Ja Morant is a media created great player. He's not that great, man. Stop it. And people saying that he's on same level as Luka, drinking.
Crazy talk, bros. Crazy talk.
Man. I didn't.
That is ridiculous.
That shit.
Crazy talk.
That was dumb. That was a dumb statement.
I mean, if
Ja Morant
is on Dallas,
not making the conference finals. Yeah, not making the conference finals. We know that.
Yes. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Who?
Stop.
Now we need to have the conversation. Is Ja Morant even better than a guy like Trae Young? To be honest, that's a conversation.
That's what, bro. That's what I just said.
Talking about that. We was just talking about that.
I feel like Trae Young is more dynamic of a playmaker. So I would personally go with Trae Young right now, but it's close. And all these guys we're talking about, it's close. But De'Aaron Fox and his improvement from the 3 and the free throw, showing that he can grow season to season. And he's a better shooter already this season than Ja Morant. If he keeps this up and can shoot over 50%, y'all don't realize for a point guard that shoots a lot of shots, to shoot over, he's at 54%. LeBron James type of numbers, Bruce, when he shooting 54%, that's amazing for a guard, man. Amazing.
Ja Morant doesn't beat the Suns like the Dallas beat the Suns last year in the playoff. Ja Morant doesn't give Clippers headaches like Luka gives the Clippers headaches. So I don't know where people saying Ja Morant is the same level as Luka. That's crazy, man. We don't watch basketball for highlights only. You have to watch the game. Like
bro, ain't nobody capping. Everybody on this panel saying that you tripping putting John Luka's level, bro. Yeah. No one in basketball, the basketball circle, is gonna just say some dumb shit like that. That's why I'm putting you backstage. But anyway, if you want to say Josh better than Trae Young, okay. I just feel Trae's done more with less, and I think he has a more polished game. He has no weaknesses on the offensive end. I think Ja does not have a mid-range jump shot yet. His three-point shot is on and off. So that matters in the playoffs. Because defense is going to key into you. When you go into the lane, they're going to corral you in the post, in the paint.
Oh,
but a guy like Trae
do that to Trae Young last year? When he tried to do that pick.
But I also remember they were, and that's what I would say. That's the only
one of his. He was.
He
I don't
did.
even think he averaged 20. I don't even think Trae Young averaged 20 in that season.
No, he averaged more than 20. That was his worst series by far. But remember, Miami's.
We see what a defense does to Trae Young. So if we see that, yes, he got DeJounte Murray now. That relieves the pressure. Having that second man really does help. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I say this is his first second star he's really had. He's not had. Trae Young has never had a second star on his team, and just for reference, Miami was the number one defensive team last year. So if I'm gonna get shut down by anybody, it might as well be them.
My issue is Luka is I know that's not the conversation, but my issue with Luka is he's still doing the same thing James Harden is doing, but nobody's calling him. I mean, talking about it.
Yeah, he's James Harden. He's James Harden, the white version.
I feel like Luka, he sets his team up better on offense than James Harden. Personally, they're both great playmakers, but the way their offense runs, literally, Luka has to make every shot, create every shot, not just for himself but for his team off his scoring threat. And so, Luka's nice for that. Luka's nice for that. But it's close. James Harden was also a great playmaker, but I feel like his playmaking was kind of more like a Westbrook, where it was the pass off the no shot. You know, like he looked for his shot. There's no shot. All right, I'm gonna pass. Whereas Luka actually makes plays and seeks the double team, watches it coming, and actually makes plays. But that's just me though.
And I think the difference is his size. Like Luka is big. Too. Like he can push around anybody when he gets into the mid range, and that's what teams really fear. Because when he start putting his back to the basket and start bumping niggas, that's when teams really start to double team him. That's when he really start to kick out. And his no look passes, them hoes be clean. Like they be so clean, and they hit the man right in his hands, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing this? I feel he is a greater passer than James Harden, but
I have a question. Who's more durable, Ja Morant or DEAARON Fox? DEAARON Fox.
Who's more what?
Durable.
For sure.
Fox.
DEAARON Fox, yeah.
I mean, I need a.
But they both had injuries in their careers, so they both have had injuries. But I would say it's more just about their games. When I say DEAARON Fox, I say Ja Morant. Just his game style can get injured easily. You know, he's a Derrick Rose type of guy. Like he can get injured just off of his crazy plays.
When you look at the DEAARON Fox teammates and coaches, I mean, if he had the Memphis roster, he could have been in the playoff.
Definitely.
I mean, he had Luke Walton and Alvin Gentry, not a defensive coach, right? And he had an old Zach Randolph, an old Vince Carter, and they picked Marvin Bagley over Luka Kings, right? So I don't understand why. I mean, Ja Morant can do whatever he wants because he has teammates.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I think is the getting mixed up, Bruce. I think, but people, and I'm gonna keep saying it, people want to disclose a 20-5 record instead of saying, well, wait a second. Instead of giving all the credit to one dude, shouldn't you be giving it to his team and his coach for implementing a system? You've never seen name the player who can miss that many games, any star, and go like a record like that. You can't. There's no other all-star that can do that.
Yeah, but people like to see people being aggressive and talk trash. So that's why Ja Morant is more popular. When you're more popular, people think you're a better player. That's why I said. That's why people think KG is better than. Some people think KG is better than Duncan. Right? It's the same comparison. Like Fox is like broccoli. Like Duncan, is not exciting. People don't think he's exciting. And Ja Morant is like KG, aggressive, talking trash, beating his chest, dancing, right? So people like that. People like showmanship.
I don't know why you don't say Fox ain't exciting, Bruce. I don't know where that's coming from.
I watched him. It's not exciting.
Okay.
I mean, you guys think he's exciting, but I don't think he's exciting to me.
Okay. Well, that's like I said, man. If you ask me the top 5 point guards right now, it's Steph, Luka, Dame, Trey, and Ja. That's my top 5 in that order. But if Fox keeps doing what he's doing, oh yeah, Dame's top 5. Oh yeah. Damian Lillard's top 5.
I'll take Fox this year over Dame. I'll take Fox this year over Dame.
What?
I'll take De'Aaron Fox over Dame this year.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You see?
Now, if you want to say because he's been hurt, but when Dame's playing, like I think Dame's better. I think his game translates to the playoffs where he's proven he's more seasoned, and people forget Dame makes it to the playoffs every year of his career.
He had better teammates and coaches.
He made a last season.
He ain't really had like all. Yeah, he was hurt, but when he's playing, he don't really. I mean, he performs in the playoffs for the most part. He's been there, but I'll still take Dame in that top 5.
This season?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But Fox keep doing what he's doing, bro. I don't have no problem putting him over Ja Morant. I have no issue doing that. And God forbid if they be in the playoffs and Fox puts them out, that will solidify everything that was said, that this conversation. I want people to go back to this live. Because I just asked the question. If you want to put Ja over Fox right now, cool, I put him over Fox. But for somebody to say it's not even close, that's just crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry. This person said Anthony Simmons is better than Damian. Okay.
Wow. Come on, man.
Who's this guy, Joanne Desir? Yeah, first of all, he didn't even spell Anthony right, and he didn't spell Damian right. So he just trolling.
Joanne, hey Joanne, you don't know nothing about basketball. Talking like that. Come on, man. Anthony Simmons off what, man? Off one season? Off 15 games? Come on, man. You realize that Anthony Simons gets open because of Dame? Like he couldn't do that on his own, man. Like, come on, man. That doesn't work. Dame is a top 75 player all time, man. Come on, man. Like in his prime. Come on, man. Anthony Simons better hope and wishes he comes close to Dame's career, man. Comes close.
What y'all feel about Darius Garland?
Darius Garland is nice too. He's nice too. But he got a stacked team right now, so he's looking extra nice this season. But he was an all-star last season. He's looking nice. He's looking nice, no doubt.
To me,
he's like the new generation. He's a true floor general playmaker. He's a new generation CP3, man. He has that similar game where he's a better scorer than No?
He's not CP3, man. Come on, man. Stop.
No one's gonna be CP3 on that level, but like because of the modern day guards being score first guards, he's actually a guard that's a playmaking guard, you know.
Have you seen CP3 play on New Orleans?
Who's that guy that came? Hey, who's that guy that came on, man? Who's that guy that just came on, man? He needs to come on again. I like his takes. No, hell no, not him. The other one.
Oh. I forget his name. I don't know.
Black
Had an A on it.
Yeah, I like his points. But go ahead.
But how do you feel about that? You don't think Darius Garland is a pass first point guard, which is rare in this era of basketball, Bruce? No. You call him a score first point guard?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
I think Garland is a pass first.
I think Trey is more pass first.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I disagree with that. Trey's a showsman, man. Trey wants to. He's an entertainer, man. He wants to make you embarrass you.
Man. I said he's more pass first than Garland. Trey is willing to pass. Garland is. I don't think he looks to pass.
Really?
Often.
Wow, that's surprising, man. Trey Young this season. Getting DeJounte Murray has taken more shots than he took last season. You know that? Like, that's amazing to me. You think he'd take a step back because he got more scoring help, but he's taking more shots and he's less efficient this season. So, Yeah, I would say that Trae Young is definitely a score first guard. Definitely would. Um, or a scoring guard. You know, he's a playmaker as well, but he's a scoring guard. And he playmakes off of his scoring. He goes, if he hasn't got the T drop, if he draws the defense, he'll kick it out. I rarely see him run plays with John Collins, for example. I rarely see him run sets to actually get his guys shots, but that's just me though. That's just me.
I mean, Atlanta is a first round exit, so
You might be surprised. You might be surprised, but yeah, it's
okay.
looking like it. But they get Bogdanovich back. If they keep Bogdanovich, they're talking about they might trade Bogdanovich. But if they get him back, they're gonna be a nice team, man. They're gonna be a nice team.
They're regretting Herder now, Kevin Herder.
They what? Yeah, they traded Herder. They already did that.
So you think Trey's a pass first over Garland, Bruce? Are you looking at just because of his assist numbers?
Yes.
Because Trae Young has the ball in his hands way more than Garland does, way more. So those assist numbers can be deceiving, bro.
I mean, with Donovan Mitchell on the team now, of course Garland is gonna not
even last season, he would actually let Evan Mobley and Jared Allen get their shots. He would let Karis LeVert handle the ball a little bit, But
I think
you can call him a better playmaker. That's fair enough, but a better a floor general, in terms of point guard, I'm taking Darius Garland over Trae Young on that level.
Yeah.
Okay. You lose.
Even if you watch them play, I just look at Garland, he's looking to pass more than Trae Young. That's why I kind of look at more who's more pass first. Trae's looking to put the ball he will pass, but he's looking to put the ball in the basket. I think Garland at times overpasses.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys like Cleveland, so that's why.
I do. I like Cleveland a lot this season.
Exactly.
I do. That's not my bias though. Hey, Darius Garland's a better shooter than Trae Young. You know, Darius Garland's shooting 44% from three this season, but
he's not shooting a lot of
when I
threes.
see 44%, it doesn't just mean that they're a great shooter, but it means they're taking high quality shots, man. They're not
Is he
just
shooting a lot of threes?
Huh? Trae Young takes a lot of bad shots.
Exactly.
How many threes is he shooting? He's shooting almost 8 threes a game, Bruce.
My issue with Trae Young is he tried to be Stephen Curry. That's
he takes a lot of bad shots. He takes a lot of deep threes.
There you go.
That. Yeah, he does that.
So how could you say Bruce he's a pass first? Because Steph ain't no pass first.
Have you seen the passes this year?
He ain't no pass first. Steph ain't no pass first point guard.
You were at the game in Houston. You saw the game, right? You were at the game.
Yeah, but he ain't no pass first, man.
He's not pass first. But he passes the ball.
And I've seen Steph do some dumb passes too. Try to pass behind his back into the stands in the fifth row.
He had a couple of those at the game. I was watching live. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, Dejan said Donovan Mitchell is still overrated. I don't even know what that means because you gotta tell me where you rate him at.
Oh man.
You know, Donovan Mitchell, I thought that he had to lean back. You remember in the preseason, I said I felt like he needed to lean back, let the guys get their shots. He's really not doing that. He's actually playing harder than ever on offense and actually doing a lot more, but he's being efficient, which is, I'm surprised by that. Very efficient. He's dropping 30 points a game on 50, 40, almost 90. So I'm very impressed by that, BJ. And I must say, I was wrong about Donovan Mitchell. He looking like the best shooting guard in the game, BJ. I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up. He's looking like that.
Oh, here comes Bruce. Yep. Here comes Bruce. Yep. Here comes Bruce.
Yep. He is.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Dog, I try to tell them, Africa, that what Donovan Mitchell, Bruce don't believe me.
Yeah, I didn't believe you either, to be honest, bro. I didn't believe you either. I got to keep it 100, but
he's not
it's
the
looking
best
like
shooting
that,
guard
man.
in
It's
the
looking
NBA.
like that. It's looking like that.
Stop it.
Only person I would say is better is PG, but I can't even. This year, it's tough because PG's been hurt a little bit too. So, I mean, Mitchell, like I say, man, Mitchell has been a dog, man.
I'll take that OKC guard over Donovan Mitchell.
You take SGA over Donovan Mitchell?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
That's tough. I would say because of Donovan Mitchell shooting that I take Donovan Mitchell, but because SGA doesn't really shoot threes. But he's great. He's playing great this season too, man. It's gonna be interesting who makes the All-Star game this season, BJ, because a lot of young guys are making runs at the All-Star game and they might get it over these older cats, man, missing a lot of games. It's gonna be interesting.
Is Jalen Brown a shooting guard?
He's better than Jalen Brown. He's better than Jalen Brown.
He's better than Jalen Brown.
He's better than Jalen Brown.
All right. Okay.
He's better than Jalen Brown.
I cannot wait for the playoff for Donovan Mitchell.
Because he's already beaten. They already beaten the Celtics twice this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Gio Williams said, "Where do you rank Paul George and Kawhi? Are you talking about as far as players individually or as a duo?"
It's hard to rank Kawhi Leonard right now. It's hard to rank Kawhi Leonard. It's hard to rank Kawhi when he's not fully back yet, so it's hard to say.
Did I speak too soon about John Wall starting? But okay.
No, he still should start, man. You can't take that back.
John Wall should start when the other two are playing, but when they're not playing, no.
When I have a better chance of winning with John Wall as my point guard.
Has he played the last 4 games? I mean, I've seen him, but I don't know. Is he playing?
They keep giving it to Reggie, man. Reggie has had a good 2-3 games.
He has the ball. He's not doing nothing with it.
You talking about Reggie?
No, John Wall.
I think, well, you got to remember, too, Reggie feeds off to when John Wall's playing, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, just me, I think he's a better point guard for my team. Individually, I can't rank Kawhi right now. It's hard because he's in and out. But I'll say this. If you guys know, y'all can disagree with if I want. The reason why I could say Kawhi is who he is because I can just take Kawhi and put him on the defensive end, and he's an impactful player. His impact is undeniable. I can't do that with Steph. I can't do that with KD. I can't do that with Luka. I can't even do that. I can do that to Giannis to an extent, but I could tell Kawhi, hey, go guard such and such and go lock him down, and he can do it. I can't do that with other players. So even though he's not scoring like how he's supposed to be scoring because he's getting back in the flow of things, just by him being on the court for the Clippers, it changes their whole team. It changes everything. They went 3-1 when he's been back. So that's why I will say. But I can't wait to rank Kawhi right now until he's fully healthy. And then PG, I got him top 10.
I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think Kawhi is gonna be like playing more. I mean, for long.
You still feel like PG is the best shooting guard in the game, PJ?
When healthy, yes. When he's consistent, yeah.
Oh, that means not right now, right? That's what that means.
because it's just like it's tough because it's like you play 5 games and you out 2 games and then you play 8 games and you out 1 game. Like, I mean, come on, man.
I feel like the games he did play, he didn't really show he was the best shooting guard in the game over guys like Donovan Mitchell, SGA, Devin Booker even. So, but that's just me though. That's just me. I got him top 5. I got him top 5 shooting guard in the game. I don't know about the best though.
I have a question.
You got him top 10 player in the NBA. I'm very surprised by that, BJ. Very surprised.
Who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Giannis.
Nah.
Yeah, Giannis, Curry, very close. Right now, I feel like the best player in the game conversation is up for grabs. Like no one's just taking it and made it theirs. It's that transition period where it should be Giannis clear cut, but he hasn't shown me enough to say that he is. You know what I mean? Like he has too many games where he plays average and misses too many free throws and doesn't look like the best player in the game. But yeah, so that's what I feel like. But his two-way impact and his impact on the game is huge. It's just the flaws in his game are like so big for a guy that you call the best player in the game. That's just me though.
That guy who said Embiid in the comments, I don't know.
Embiid's playing good. He's playing good this season. He's playing good.
my reason why Giannis is because his record, the team. My thing is I've been taught that the best player leads their team to wins.
So
Yeah.
Jason Tatum should be the right.
Jason Tatum's top 5. I wouldn't call him.
You could say that as far as, are you talking about season wise? Are you talking about best player? Because the best player is overthinking totality.
Yeah.
What are you doing this season in the playoffs? And Giannis, to me, I would say Giannis is the best player off of what he's done as the guy. But I think the problem with Giannis is that he doesn't want that title. He doesn't want to be the best. That's the weird thing. He don't want to be the best player, but he is. He is the best player.
Yeah, he doesn't see himself as the best player. Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't talk like it.
I thought that at the beginning, but after watching the Bucks, I don't think he's the best player.
So who do you think is the best player, Bruce?
Come on, man. You already know he's the best player.
Steph Curry, yeah.
Yeah. I can't put Steph as the best player because
they're losing, right?
Yeah, you can't have a losing record and say you're the best player. If you're the best player, you should be able to single-handedly turn your team around.
Yeah.
You watch the game. He has like 2 people on him, right? 2-3 people at half or full court.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
You're the best player on the player. Jordan, Kobe, have all got in triple team, double team. That didn't stop them. And that's why I say the Steph and I hate to say this, but he's 6'2". It's like, it's hard to put, you can only do so much at that size. So that's what it makes a difference. That's why, Steph to me is the most offensively impactful player. You can say that, but he ain't the best overall player, in my opinion.
I watch Giannis, the Bucks, and he's not even the best defensive player on the team.
One reason I say Giannis because he can do more for my team than Steph.
Yeah.
Who the best defense? Who you gonna say? Drew Holiday is the best defensive player?
Yeah, he's a better defender than Giannis.
He's a better lockdown, like one-on-one defender, but Giannis rim protection, Giannis help defense is like, next level, man.
Has he done that this year? I think Giannis was better last year.
Yeah, that's why I say he hasn't taken it. I agree with you, Bruce. He hasn't looked hugely impressive, but he's still getting wins without his second best player. You know what I mean? He's still getting W's, and he's doing it with no Middleton. And so that is impressive to a certain level.
One of the reasons I'm not giving it to him is you have to want it. He doesn't want it. Your opponent is like, oh, we don't have to worry about him because he thinks I'm better.
Nah, I agree with that. It's all a good debate, man. Tuna Sports said Donovan Mitchell. I said Donovan Mitchell is the second best player. Well, I can say this is what I will say about Mitchell though is I had him over Tatum for a period of time, and it's only because of this reason. This reason only. Remember me and you talked about this last season, Bruce. We said that Tatum is not better than Jaylen Brown, right?
He's not.
So where do you rank Jason? Where do you rate Jason Tatum?
Top 20.
Dang.
Top 5, bro? You say top 5?
Jason Tatum
top
is not
20.
25. Come on, man.
25. Did you say 25? Wow, bro.
No, top 20. Top 20.
Top
not
20?
Top 25.
Even that's harsh, Bruce. Even if you want to hate, you got to say top 10 at least, Bruce. Come on.
Top 10.
I'll say top 10. I'll say top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
I want to say 20. That's like Jason Tatum did something to you personally.
I'll take Donovan Mitchell over Tatum.
Yeah, me too.
Please.
That's why I say he's the second best player in the East.
The guy has 3 moves, man.
Donovan Mitchell
This-
over Jason Tatum. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about
Okay.
He's already beat him twice.
Nah,
He's
just
already
because
beat him
of
twice.
Jason Tatum's two-way impact, man. Jason Tatum's a good defender now, man.
I think Cleveland can beat
Mitchell-
the Celtics in the playoff, man.
Mitchell played defense too. He's taking his game to another level, man. And it's not. And like again, same thing with Tatum. People will tell you, the media will tell you who's the best player if you don't, actually dissect the game. I mean, Mitchell, his impact on both ways of the ball. I mean, with Cleveland, I think he has the perfect team with this Cleveland team.
And Cleveland can beat Boston in the playoff. They have the better coach. They have a better bench. They have better leadership, better point guard, and better rim protection, right? So the only thing the Celtics have is individual talents, like Jaylen Brown and Tatum. What else?
Pagan 180 said, by the way, I'm on you. Brown is an overall better than Mitchell. I'm on your head when I said that. Okay, what has Jaylen Brown done as the number one guy when Donovan Mitchell has been the number one guy since he's been in Utah? Why would I be offended by saying that Mitchell is better than Jaylen Brown when Mitchell's been the guy his whole career? Is that a crazy take to say Mitchell's better than Jaylen Brown?
Donovan Mitchell better than Jaylen Brown? That's not crazy at all. That's not crazy at all.
He's not better than
well, what is Jaylen Brown to put him over Donovan Mitchell?
Defense.
Okay.
That's about it. But everything on the offensive end, Donovan Mitchell does better. So that's why I would pick Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell does it at an elite level, like best in the league kind of shit. So
elite level. Okay.
He's an elite level offensive player, Bruce. Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is.
Elite level offensive player? Oh, okay.
Donovan Mitchell. We're talking about Donovan Mitchell, right, Bruce?
What's elite level offensive player? Is that Steph
a guy
Curry?
that's shooting 50, 40, 87 on 30 points, Bruce? 6 assists.
Yeah.
What do you call that, Bruce? What do you call that?
For you, it's all about stats, and those stats are that's why a lot of people fail.
Not just stats; those stats are leading to wins, Bruce. They're making Cleveland look like a
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Bruce. Remember 2 years ago when Donovan Mitchell gave us a headache?
Okay.
When he gave the Clippers a headache? Do you think Jaylen Brown can give the Clippers a headache?
Donovan Mitchell Jaylen Brown give us a headache. Jaylen Brown, yeah. If Jaylen Brown was
the reason why you have to think about it, bro.
If Jaylen Brown was on Utah had better chance to beat the Clippers than Donovan Mitchell.
Come on, man.
Bro, the first two. Did you watch the first 2 games when Mitchell put like 40 apiece on both those games? And bro, no, Jaylen Brown.
I was not worried.
You weren't worried, bro. He gave us a headache, man. I remember that series specifically.
The reason I had a headache is because when Kawhi got down, that's why I was like, oh no. That's why I had a headache.
Man, stop, Bruce. Donovan Mitchell had a better career than Jaylen Brown.
And
that's not even a question.
And I still think Jimmy Butler is better than Tatum. Gio Williams.
Yeah, he was better than Tatum last year. That's why I don't know what he's talking about. Like Jimmy Butler single-handedly took Tatum or took Miami where they in the playoffs. That's not a crazy take. That's not a crazy take at all. Not. But let's get these last comments in, man. I gotta get in this house. So DEAARON Fox against Ja Morant. Who y'all taking?
In the playoffs? Or just as players?
Like, who do you think is a better player? If you guys don't...
I think Fox is a better player.
Yeah.
But
I would pick DEAARON Fox right now. But off this season alone, last season I would have said Ja Morant, but this season it's DEAARON Fox. Clear as well as DEAARON Fox.
I mean, DEAARON Fox already had the game. He just nobody was watching him, and he didn't have the coach.
But he didn't have the efficiency too.
He was shooting 70% from the free throw line last season, 75%. He was shooting 29% from three, and so I couldn't put him ahead of Ja on that. But once he leveled that up to 80% from the free throw line and 39% from three on 5 attempts, like that's impressive. That's impressive. So I'm taking De'Aaron Fox.
I'm gonna hold off on my pick. All I'm gonna say is this: I think if not, don't be surprised if Fox surpasses Ja Morant this season, or if people start saying that Fox is better. Essentially, he does the same thing that Ja can do.
They're not gonna say that.
That's fine.
They're not gonna say that because people love showmanship.
Yeah, he's got the highlight reels. Yeah, the highlight reel package. He has the highlight reel dunks. He has the chase down blocks. He has the highlight reel, YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, that get the people hype. So he's got
That's why a lot of people were saying that Westbrook was better than Curry for a long time. A lot of people were saying Westbrook was better than Curry.
That's true, Bruce. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I think Trae Young. Go ahead.
Go ahead, BJ. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man. I got last thing to say. You go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you. I don't know if you're gonna shut it down soon, but it'd be interesting to see the All-Star selections this season, man. I don't know who is your All-Star picks. Y'all got your All-Star picks, or you guys think who's gonna be an All-Star this season?
There are people
might do that for another stream.
There are people that are already locks for All-Stars.
Oh, like who, Bruce? Go ahead,
Giannis, Curry. Yeah. They're already locks.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of young players that Tatum. I feel like Luka. I feel like there's going to be a lot of first-time All-Stars. Those guys like Larry Markkinen, Donovan Mitchell will be an All-Star this season. Darius Garland will be an All-Star this season. DeAaron Fox will be a first-time All-Star this season. So there's going to be a lot of first-time guys, I think.
I know who's not going to be an All-Star. Kawhi is not going to be an All-Star. Paul George is not going to be an All-Star.
Yeah, they're
I'm
not
sorry.
going to be
I love those guys. I already know he's not going to happen.
Do you say Paul George?
As long as they All-Stars, as long as they All-Stars in them playoffs is what I care about.
Okay.
That's all. They All-Stars in there. That's all I care about. But I mean, I do wish they would. I was talking to somebody on my Facebook about this. I was like, "Yeah, man, Kawhi and PG ain't gonna be able to play, and the playoffs gonna get hurt." I'm like, they're gonna be ready for the playoffs, man. They're gonna be there. So
okay.
I want them to be All-Star superstars in the championship. That's what I want.
Hey, Tune In Sports asked, is LeBron making an All-Star this year? Yeah, he's already going to get voted in by the people. He's going to be starting at small forward. 6'9", 260 pounds out of Akron, Ohio. He's going to be starting. Tune In Sports starting. But does he deserve to be All-Star this season up to this point? No. Probably not. Probably not.
Probably.
If we were to rank the top 20 players, he might scrape in on the bench as a coach's pick. But we know what the people going to decide, Bruce. We know what the people going to decide.
If Tatum is top 20, LeBron is definitely top 50.
See, your rankings are messed up, Bruce. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your rankings are messed up, Bruce. Come on, man. Tatum is not top 20, Bruce. Come on. You can't name me 15 players better than Tatum right now, Bruce. Come on, man.
19 players better than.
Not 19.
Yeah, man.
Well, you liking how your Clippers are looking though, BJ? Y'all lost with no Kawhi, PG. You know what I mean? Not phased at all, huh? Just easy work.
I'm confident, bro. I'm good. I'm confident.
Okay.
I'm confident. We just gotta. I'm confident.
Clippers are much better than you think, young Africa.
Why do you say that, Bruce?
Even if they were beaten by the Warriors had to play really hard to beat those Clippers. Clippers are really good, man. Telling you, the defense is good. They're just missing the stars, the superstars.
Okay.
Exactly. They should have really beat them worse than what they did.
They were up 20 at one point in the game, but it's all good though.
They have no defense. Like their offense is their defense. Like, they can't stop nobody.
Yeah, that's one thing that when you speak of Steph Curry coming back with a championship squad, I don't think uh obviously it's hurting him a lot, but I didn't know that Otto Porter and Gary Payton were such important players for their team because that's the only major losses that they have. So they pretty much got a championship core coming back and y'all looking this bad. It makes you question, for me at least, how good is Steph Curry when we talk about all-time greats? When you measure him up against all-time greats, he needs a perfect team in terms of top 10 defense to be a contender. And if he doesn't have a top 10 defense, his offense and his whole game can't carry them. Being at 6'2" and being a predominantly perimeter player, he can't carry that load. And so it's interesting, man.
BJ, you saw the game in Houston. When Steph Curry sat down, it's like they don't know how to score.
I don't think it's not. I think what Young Africa is saying, Bruce, is not his offensive side. It's the defensive. It's when you talk about him compared to all-time greats. I guess when we had this conversation earlier this summer, it was kind of difficult to put him in the top 10 because you're comparing him against Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Larry Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille. Like, those guys, Jordan and Kobe are the smallest players on that list. And that tells you something, that his size, you're comparing him against those Pantheon greats. It's a different conversation. That's what I think Young Africa is saying.
Especially when a lot of people now, BJ, are slotting after the last championship, slotting Steph Curry into the top 10 all time, talking about it's definitive, undisputed. He's a top 10 player, and that's a big thing to claim.
Magic and Larry were not one-on-one defender. They were great help defenders.
Who?
Magic and Larry.
Yeah,
Well,
they could still guard multiple positions. They weren't bad on defense. Like,
what? Okay.
They were 6'8", 6'9", though.
yeah,
Bruce.
they could still impact
LeBron,
the defensive end, get rebounds, which is a part of defense. Magic Johnson was good in the passing lanes early in his career, but yeah, they weren't great defenders though. You're right, but they still impact the game. Larry Bird still averaged 10 rebounds a game for a career, and so that's a part of defense.
Who's leading the Warriors in rebounds this season?
Yeah, that shows how weak that team is. Yeah, it is Steph Curry.
Okay, thank you.
They got no bigs on that team.
I was joking when I said Looney was better than Ayton. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Yeah, you take that back, bros. You take that back.
That was disrespectful. But hey, fellas, I gotta get up off here, man. I'll be back either tonight or tomorrow.
It's so good, my guy.
Happy holidays to y'all, man. Always a pleasure having you guys on. I'm gonna see y'all tonight or tomorrow.
I know Young Africa, you're not on holiday, but
nah, definitely not on holiday, man. No holidays over here, man. But it's all love, man. Peace out to you, man. Bruce, BJ, pull up, man. Shout out.
Drive up.
Yeah.
All right, so that concludes today's show, man. Thanks for everybody that's coming to the show, man. My man TuneIn Sports, my man Pagan 180, man, for the people that come in here. Bruce, Young Africa, Deja Mercius, Mingo Jester, even though you made some crazy points, I have to put you in that backstage, dog. I really hope, man. Thanks for the comments, man. Joanne D, sir, man. All the people in the comment section, I really appreciate y'all, man. All good basketball talk, all love for y'all, man. My man plays for Keep My Little Bro. Appreciate you coming in, brother. Again, if y'all donate to the Support Basketball Podcast, Cash App is right there in the ticker, $ BJ Matthews, or you can do it into our super chat, you know what I'm saying? Go and donate that way, right? So the next time we say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up, peace, out of here like swim well.